Welcome to the greatest radio show to ever grace the internet. It's Kdog Radio. Well, good morning, all, or good evening, and good night, whatever time you are tuning into this latest edition of Kdog Radio. So we're going to talk about some stuff today. So grab your little cup of coffee, whatever your tasty beverage is that you like to enjoy. So, yeah, kind of like a Dave Letterman thing, what he would do. Yeah, he would just, let me have a sip of a tasty beverage and go, ah. But anyhow, oh, gee, what's going on? Well, this week I will be on vacation from work. Now, vacation for me means pretty much I'm just going to sit here and chill. I've got a puzzle builder for the Disney kind of puzzle I'm working on, but this time I'm doing it's a 2,000 piece. I've never done a 2,000 piece puzzle in my life. No telling how long it's going to take me. I've already kind of slacked off for the past few days because I've only got a few little pieces put together of a face, and that's it. So yeah, just kind of. So maybe sometime this week I'll devote some time to working on that and shooting some video as it goes along. So, speaking of Disney stuff, of course, I'm wearing one of my Beauty and the Beast T-shirts here. I'm a big Disney fan, but I would agree that I don't agree with the direction that the company has gone with in the past few years. However, there is some news that's kind of leaked out that they're supposedly remaking Snow White. Well, supposedly, what I'm reading on other people's blogs and stuff like that they have delayed the release of the film till 2025 because they know it's going to be a flop, and they basically do, because even your star is a woke person, and now there's woke fight back coming on. So it's now they're panicking, really. I mean, when Little Mermaid flopped, they're kind of, even though I didn't think the Little Mermaid was I didn't think that was necessarily woke, to be honest with you. I didn't think that was as bad as what people made it out to be. But I didn't think it was that bad, but it wasn't that great. I did have problems with it, but the holy cow, with the Snow White, I wouldn't be too surprised if they scrapped what they've already shot and just completely go with a whole new production, to be honest. But yeah, they're saying they're delaying it till 2025 now because people are screaming, we've got problems here already, and you haven't really released very much about it. But anyhow, I thought there was some cool things I actually did get. I kind of want to show them off a little bit, but well, I'm going to have to dig for one of the items because I've already put it away. Um, Disney has been releasing, they've released like several of their soundtracks on vinyl in picture disc form. So I managed to get a few of those. One's still coming one's still coming from Amazon. Um, I haven't gotten it yet, but they said it's on its way. It's running a little bit late. But I managed to get Lilo and Stitch, and this is the full soundtrack album. Yeah, because it has some. It's basically like also kind of an Elvis greatest hits thing going on too. Because if you know anything about the movie, that Stitch is a big fan of Elvis. Tangled, and this is a songs from Tangled. Um, yeah, so it has pretty much all the singing, the songs that the characters sing in the film. Same with Pocahontas. See, look at that. Those are just neat to have. Um, but also, Disney has released kind of like a greatest hits album. Um, it is This is the CD version. It is Disney 100. You can't. I'm gonna hold that up to the camera a little bit. It's a little embossed because it's in the silver coating, and it's a 2 CD set. You can't really read the track listing on there, but this should be better. Yeah, there you go. Now there is a record version of it. It's Let me see if I can't dig that out real quick. Yeah, here we go. So this is the record version. And it's basically the same principle. And it's in this nice, even silver colored vinyl. It's the same exact songs. I'm a little let down by some of the tracks though, because like I said, it's basically like a greatest hits thing, but you're missing some key songs here, folks. Let me just go through the track listing here. We have Steamboat Bill from Steamboat Willie, which was the first cartoon that Walt Disney had made with synchronized sound. Who's Afraid of the Big Bad Wolf from The Three Little Pigs. Whistle While You Work from Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. When You Wish Upon a Star from Pinocchio. Little April Shower from Bambi. Saludos Amigos from Saludos Amigos. Bibbidi Bobbidi Boo, the magic song from Cinderella. The Mickey Mouse March from the Mickey Mouse Club. Once Upon a Dream from Sleeping Beauty. The Tiki 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 Room from the Enchanted Tiki Room. It's a Small World from the 1964 New York World's Fair. Chim Chim Cheree from Mary Poppins. Winnie the Pooh from Winnie the Pooh and the Honey Tree. The Bare Necessities from the Jungle Book. Ooda Lolly from Robin Hood. It's Not Easy from Pete's Dragon. Okay, that one right there is kind of an odd choice because the signature song, if you're going to put in a song from Pete's Dragon, it needs to be Candle on the Water, which was the more significant song out of that movie. Disc 2, Under the Sea from The Little Mermaid. Beauty and the Beast from Beauty and the Beast. Circle of Life from The Lion King, Colors of the Wind from Pocahontas, Reflection from Mulan, Hawaiian Roller Coaster Ride from Lilo and Stitch, We're All in This Together from High School Musical, Dig a Little Deeper from Princess and the Frog, Let It Go from Frozen, How Far I'll Go from Moana, Remember Me from Coco, We Don't Talk About Bruno from Encanto, Nobody Like You from Turning Red. So, what's the problem with this? Well, where's the songs from Aladdin? Where's A Whole New World? Where's Part of Your World from The Little Mermaid? Where's all these other songs? It's almost like it's like I think it's supposed to be like a greatest hits thing of Disney, but they're missing several key songs, and I think because of cost and time, they just wanted to, okay, we're just going to pull a song from this, pull a song from that, but it's missing Aladdin. And even then, they're not pulling from some of the best songs. Now, granted, Under the Sea, to be honest, in terms of success, is a little bit better than Part of Your World. Part of Your World is a bit more remembered from The Little Mermaid, but Under the Sea won the Academy Award for Best Original Song back in 1990. But then again, why wouldn't you include A Whole New World from Aladdin, which also won the Academy Award for Best Original Song? I mean, it's a neat package, Disney, for what you've put together here. But yeah, I don't know if you can even read that, but it's a neat package what you put together. But we're kind of hoping for a little bit more. But yeah, I got to put it back in my record collection here with my rest of my Disney stuff. So yeah, it's, of course, I had to have the CD version of this, and I'm trying to collect these picture discs. These are really neat. We got Tangled actually surprised me on how much I like that. I mean, it was Tangled pretty much was, to me, like a throwback to the Disney fairy tales, what I would grow up with in the 90s in terms of the storytelling. Now, where it kind of falls apart, or not falls apart, I shouldn't say that, because I enjoyed the movie. It didn't fall apart. It worked. Where I think the big difference is that Tangled was 100% CGI, and it was not it wasn't hand-drawn animation. However, you do have an artist by the name of Glenn Keane who designed the look of Rapunzel. And if you don't know who Glenn Keane is, he was like, well, I just did another podcast where I played a podcast where he talked about his faith in Christ and whatnot, and he was the lead animator on Ariel for The Little Mermaid, Aladdin and Aladdin, The Beast and Beauty and the Beast. He was the lead animator on Pocahontas. So he has like all this credentials, and he designed Rapunzel. And even though it's a CG animated movie, but he still came up with her design. And the interesting thing is, he based it on his own daughter. He based the appearance of Rapunzel on his own daughter. So I think that's kind of neat on how you sneak little things like that into characters and they become iconic, I guess. Yeah, coffee. But anyhow, moving on. that's enough talk about Disney for right now. But moving on, um, I have gotten a little bit better. I was dealing with some sinuses issues, and I'm almost sure I may have had COVID. I don't know. I mean, it's hard to tell with what's going on in society, and of course, it was a little bit difficult to smell. But when you have a head cold, it's hard. Tell me if those of you who have had a head cold, tell me that your smell and your taste isn't off, even before COVID. I mean, we had crazy stuff going on. But last night, of course, being Friday night, turned on the TV and decided to watch. I was going to watch one of my favorite shows that's currently on. I enjoy the show On Patrol Live. In case you don't know what On Patrol Live is, if you're familiar with A&E, they had a show years ago called Live PD. And basically, you had the host, Dan Abrams, and a few selected police officers from around the nation, and they are following police departments across the nation in a real-time basis, following these police officers in pursuit of suspicious activity, drug bust, evading police, and it's much better than Cops. Believe me, Cops was the father that type of show, type of reality show, and then you have Live PD, which does it a little bit better, which does it in real time, and it doesn't feel so scripted, I guess. But then A&E decided to cancel Live PD because of the whole George Floyd situation and the COVID-19 situation. So it was kind of a sticky situation in terms of where we were going. In terms of, we're still in a sticky situation now, but it was going. They didn't want to stir up controversy, so A&E decided to suspend the show. Well, with no intentions of bringing it back. So Dan Abrams, who's the host of the show, is also the executive producer. He said, "You know what? We're running a pretty good show. We were running a pretty good show. We were the highest rated show on A&E, and it's the second or third time they've done that. And because they did it with Duck Dynasty, once Phil Robertson said some controversial statements, which was truth, and they decided to pull him off of Duck Dynasty, and then people were crying, but eventually it got brought back. But by the time the show had pretty much run its course and jumped the shark, still love the Robertsons. I mean, they just came out with the movie called The Blind, telling their true story. So there you go. And then Live PD was going to be another victim of that. And so they so Dan Abrams, the producer of the show and the host, said, "Hey, I want to bring this show back." And of course, A&E didn't want to bring it back because they said, "Well, we're woke now and we're against whatever." So Dan Abrams, who's not woke, he is liberal in terms of politics, but he's not woke. I mean, he's, I guess, an average patriotic American. Everybody has freedom of speech, everybody has freedom of choice and whatever. So he says, well, I'm going to take it to another network under the stipulation of they can't call it Live PD. So now it is called On Patrol Live on the Reels channel. So, and how I'm able to watch it is I don't have it a part of my cable plan. But however, if you're an Xfinity customer, you do have Peacock for free. And if you go into Peacock, go into channels where you can watch live TV on Peacock. You can scroll down until you find the channel Reels, click on it, and you can watch whatever's on the Reels channel in real time. So, um, I was able to watch On Patrol live, and I had to watch it because this guy, I got hooked on. Like, they dedicated like the first, I'm gonna say like the first hour of the show to this one case, and it was in Berkeley County last night. It may have been from the previous week, but it was from Berkeley County, and this guy had stolen a pickup truck, thinking that he was going to get by with it. He had stolen a pickup truck, and so the police, pursue him. So he takes off at high speed, going into oncoming traffic, almost hitting people, goes through a road construction site where it is closed. There is no pavement whatsoever. And he's kicking up all this dust. The police cannot see anything, and they hit what is like a sewer type thing. And they had to stop because, we lost him. And so they get out and inspect their cars, make sure there's no damage. They didn't damage the suspension because they hit hard. But eventually they caught up to him, and they throw out. But one of the stupidest thing this guy did. You're leaving the police. You're evading the police. Wouldn't you want to get away? Instead, he turns right back around, comes back the same way, thinking, "Oh, those cops are gone." Yeah, right. No, they sat there, because they're inspecting their cars. Well, they see him coming. The officer in the back throws out the stop sticks, to puncture the tires. Punctures the tires. But he keeps going. And it eventually, he stops, thinking that he's going to surrender, then takes off again, waits for the cops to come out of the cars, and so he takes off again. He does this 2 or 3 times, goes through a field, and then finally, that's when the truck gave away, like it's not going to go any further. It's down on the rims in the middle of a field. It's not going anywhere because it's, there's no tires. And so they catch the guy with the canine, and I actually captured it with my phone because I thought, this guy's such an idiot, and how stupid are you? I captured it with my phone because I don't have a good way to capture live. I do have screen capture software on my computer, but it's not great working with like streaming devices or anything like that. And understandably, because they're trying to avoid, like the copyright infringement and stuff like that. But I captured it on my phone. So I'm going to play this. What happens to the guy after they caught him and they apprehended him. So yeah, take a look at this.
Shit, my kid. Come on, shit. Sorry, please, bro. This is what we got. Work with what you got. Sorry, sir. There's a brand new. Look at my wrist, bro. Look at my wrist. I can't move. Please help me, bro. Please help me, man. Please. Sorry, please help me.
So boo-hoo that you're complaining about the handcuffs. You led police on a chase to chase you, putting them in danger. Oh, my handcuffs are hurting. Shut up. Shut up. This is why I watched that show, because the amount of knuckleheads that we have running around. Jeez. This people are crazy. Yeah, while you guys were watching, I went to go refill my coffee. So, oh man, I just think I'm going to end it right there because yeah, I doing if you have Peacock or Reels a part of your cable, tune in every Friday and Saturday night for On Patrol Live. I can't recommend it enough. Not only that, it's it's the safest way that you could ride along with police officers and let's take down bad guys. Because let's be honest. And now I don't wish death or anything like that to anybody, even to those guys. But there's just some people, they need to be put into a secure place where they are going to be protected from themselves, if you know what I mean. Because this guy, he was just causing a havoc to the to the police departments, to other people. Oh boy, we got crazy people. So meanwhile, it is Saturday morning. It is around 9:42. I think I'm going to get ready for the rest of my day. Of course, it is fall here, and it's amazing how quickly your yard is now covered in leaves. And it basically coats my entire front yard, all the leaves that's there. So probably going to be making plans to get out a leaf blower today. And I can't decide if I want to get the leaf blower out or the lawnmower out to mulch it up. Not entirely sure, but it is kind of cloudy and kind of cool. Maybe not. Who knows? But then again, I might do some running around. Who knows? But hopefully you're thinking the same thing. Hey, but school's back in session. Maybe some sports are going on. So, or whatever you're doing. So from me to you, see you later.